Free kick now outside the box. Franco Maya! 2-0.
60 seconds later to the start of the game. The officials make their way. Welcome to the program. This is the home of the Sutherland Sharks. New South Wales NPL men's action coming up. Marconi Stallions Football Club versus Sutherland Sharks. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for our combatants this afternoon. Marconi Stallions Football Club and our home team, Sutherland Sharks. Thanks to everybody, United Football Club kids. And now, Sutherland Football Club, ladies and gentlemen, here's our squad coach, Alex Ryan, of course, David Bergerick in charge of the action. Aaron Church, starting lineup number 1, Daniel Nizech, Lachlan McDonald, T-Span, Amarengan, Jordan Perez, Takumi Ofuka, Brendan Ginn, Taryn Meyer, Yuto, Kokurio, Jamie Przewski, Richard Shawicki, Nicholas Olsen, of course, James Huso on the bench, Gianni Forizzi, and of course, Ty McGowan, Lachlan Mann, Julian Fideli, Thomas O'Brien, last but not least, Lucas Webber. That is the Sutherland Sharks, ladies and gentlemen. This is round 13 clash. New South Wales at NPL number 1 men's Sutherland Sharks versus Marconi Football Club. The Stallions in the house. Welcome to the Cauldron.
As you are all very welcome along, we are here at a jam-packed Seymour Shaw. These 4 p.m. kickoffs, these early afternoon kickoffs, seem to really suit the home side, and they have packed out this stadium for what is being billed as the showdown at Seymour. The irresistible force against the immovable object. In the home corner is the Sutherland Sharks, and they have got Daniel Nizech in goal, who was awarded the April Goalkeeper of the Month in the NPL New South Wales men's competition. And on the other side, in the dark blue corner, it is Marconi. They will go top today with a win. Might be just a brief period at the top, but they will go top with a win today. And they have got the competition's top scorer, Damien Sekenis, in the number 9 jersey. So, Sekenis, father and son, the irresistible force. Daniel Nizech in goal, the immovable object. Something has got to give here. Our officials today out the middle, very experienced referee as well here today. Stephen Lucas in the middle. He's got Matt Harris on one side, Josh Kermond on the other, and Ryan Hinteregger is our 4th official. David Feeney here at Seymour Shaw, and we are away. Early touch here for Franco Maya. It's a very heavy back pass from Franco Maya. Back to Joel Wade, who's looking resplendent in pink. Wade catches the ball, gets it forward right up to halfway. Jesic is there battling for the ball. But, he's beaten to it by Franco Maya, the 2 number 10s. will be in hot competition with each other. And we have to just wait here at Seymour Shaw for the music to stop before we can start commentating. And so I haven't been able to bring you the lineups just yet. But at the first change, I will bring you those. And now he's inside here. Sutherland with the shot. Well, the flag has gone up there. Late blag on this near side. But bring you the starting lineups now. Sutherland Sharks in goal. It's Daniel Nisic. We've got Lockie MacDonald, Thies van Emerongen, Jordi Perez, and Brendan Gann is going to be part of that back three today. Takumi Afuka will be up front in the middle of the midfield. It's Tarek Maya, Yutu Kokuryu, and Jamie Perchevsky. He's going to be at the back. Up front, it is going to be Richard Shiaweki, and of course, Nicholas Olsen, who has been absolutely terrific this year. And there is Maya with some lovely dancing feet just to get himself out of a spot of bother. Well, he finds Brendan Gann. We'll bring you that Marconi lineup in just a moment or two. Gann dropping it back for Nisic. Nisic then takes it outside for Van Amerongen, who wasn't quite ready for that pass. But, he's done well to get there. And he sent the ball forward but into the stand, so that gives us a chance to bring you the Marconi lineup. It's Joel Wade in goal. Tyron Burney, Anton Malaric, George Daniel and Teng Kwol at the back. Very solid back four. Franco Maya, Marco Jesic, Jack Armson and Quinton Blair in midfield. And then up front, talismanic 10 goals so far this season for Damien Sikenis. 5 in his last 3. And he is partnered up front by Mate Busek. So as we said, the showdown at Seymour here. There's been a showdown in another Australian sport this weekend. But this will be, well, we pause for a moment as Busek goes forward. And he's just caught by Gann there. Gann dispossesses Busek as he was bearing down on goal, and they've got themselves a throw-in. So showdown at Seymour. 2 minutes gone. Marconi on the ball, down in that corner. A little bit of feet there. Can he get the cross in? He's stopped against Sikenis. He's been in all the action here, Sikenis, and he's given away a free kick. When he's been offside, he's given away a free kick. He's had a half chance. He's the man that we expect the headlines from today. And it's been a lively start from him. But he's given away a free kick there. Now, Daniel Nisic's jersey here might bring a point of contention. It is a very similar colour, certainly from our vantage point, to those Marconi jerseys. Marconi playing from left to right in the dark blue with white trim. Sutherland Sharks in their traditional light blue shorts, as well as jersey and socks. But Daniel Nisic is in the white socks, but dark blue jersey. Let's see if anything comes of that, but looking quite similar. But Marconi won't be worrying about that. As Busek drops the ball back. Now Sikenis, he's onside here, Sikenis. Brendan Gann just playing him on. He's got Maya in the middle. Sikenis drops it across, but just too close to the goalkeeper there. It's been the Damien Sikenis show. We've only got 3 minutes gone. And he's had more touches than some players get in an entire match. But that touch that time, just a little bit too close to Daniel Nisic, who picks the ball up now and has it dropped at his feet. Looking up for some options. It's a high press of 3 here. Jesic, Maya and Sikenis pressing high. They're not going to let the Sutherland Sharks play the ball out from the back. They're going to force Nisic into a long clearance. And he does play it long. And Shiaweki is going to contest, but that's an easy win there for Teng Kwol. Kwol looking to find Burney. Burney gets there first. And Gann in the air against Maya. Finds Kokuryu. Flicks it forward, but Blair is there. Takes a beautiful touch. Kills it dead, Blair. And looks to find Sikenis inside. Perchevsky alive to the danger. He gets another touch to Jamie Perchevsky. And he's going to come forward here. To find Takumi Afuka. Can Afuka get inside Teng Kwol? He can't. He's dispossessed almost immediately. And he finds Blair, who in turn finds Jesic. He finds Maya. He's got Burney going outside him, but he ignores that run. And with that very elegant left foot, drops it in towards Sikenis. The crumbs had fallen for Jesic. He's now gone down in a heap just on the edge of the box. He's still down. Is Jesic. Look to make his way back to his feet, but he's still down. Jack Armson battling for the ball. Can't quite win it. And now Takumi Afuka can't quite control the ball. Just have a little check on Marco Jesic. He's holding that right knee of his as he hobbles back into an onside position. A sporting apology there from Kokuryu. No harm, no foul. Well, a little bit of harm perhaps, but certainly no foul. Now Tyron Burney. He's going to throw the ball in, and Sikenis gets a little touch on it. Still moving around a little bit gingerly. Is Marco Jesic, the captain. We'll keep a little eye on that. Tyron Burney. Is he going to try and find him again with the throw? He finds Sikenis. Sikenis drops it back for Burney. Burney for Maya. Too many light blue jerseys around. And a little turn there. And Jack Armson by name, Armson by nature, just wrapped his arms there a little bit around Jordi Perez, was looking to make a breakaway. And in the 5th minute of the game, that's not a yellow card. In the 55th or the 75th probably would be a card. But just 5 minutes gone, and Jack Armson, free kick sufficient, says Stephen Lucas, but a little word of the ear. And sensible refereeing there, you've got to say. Now, Fane Morongan drops it back for Nizic. And again, this high press is coming. We've seen this, we saw this in fact last week from the Sydney FC Academy side. They did press very high, sometimes 4 pressing high, to not give the Southern Shark ball out long. And now it's come for Perez. Perez inside Afuka. Afuka with the turn. Afuka with the shot. Well, it's still there. Not cut away yet. Just coming to the edge of the box. Maya looking to get it, but Blair has got it there. Has he been fouled, Blair? Advantage played. He drops it outside for Busek. Busek. Didn't get round the outside, Busek. He's got Lockie MacDonald there with him. Lockie MacDonald does well, but gets beaten at the second attempt. A little tug of the jersey there from Lockie MacDonald, and Matty Busek has won himself a free kick. So they're going to set up for this free kick, just for that little tug of the jersey. And, David Perkovic giving some really, really clear instruction from the sideline there. He wants his players to be marking just a little bit tighter on the edge of that box. And now the free kick coming in. Floated in towards the edge of that box. Ten Quall is going to get there. Quall with the touch. It's still there for Ten Quall. What a save. Not cleared away yet. Sekenis has still got it. Just cleared away. Ten Quall with the goal at his mercy. Still not away. Franco Maya. Deflected away and wide. Well, chaos in the Sutherland Sharks box there. Ten Quall looked odds on to score. Damien Sekenis was there too, looking to pick up any loose play, or loose balls rather. Neither of them able to force the ball over the line. And another reason as to why Daniel Nizic is getting the plaudits this year and the awards. Goalkeeper of the month for April. And he proved it there yet again with a terrific point-blank save from Ten Quall. But it's at the expense of a corner, which Busek floats in now to the near post. Nizic is there, gets the punch away. Only as far as Maya. Thought about a shot for a moment, Maya, but takes a second touch and then drops it out for Busek, who'll float the ball in again. Well, he checks inside, does Busek. A little miscontrol. Flicks it in this time. Too close to Nizic. And he picks that one up comfortably. A couple of goals in him this year. So far, Ten Quall. But not on this occasion. And now here's Shaweki, looking to make his way down the other end. Shaweki and Bernie. A little push from Bernie there, but he's done really well to recover Bernie. Looked like a little push in the back from Tyrone Bernie, but clever piece of defending. Not enough to give away the free kick, but just enough to put his opposite man off, Richard Shaweki in that instance. And now Fane Morongan against Marko Jesic. Contest in the air, and then Maya. Lovely touch from Maya. Can he get away from Brendan Gann? Oh, Brendan Gann felt he got the ball there. David Perkovic felt the same. But Stephen Lucas perfectly positioned. He was millimetres away. And he's awarded the free kick, which has already been taken. And it's Quall who finds Bernie. Blair looking for short, but Bernie thinks better of it. And drops it back for Quall. Quall looking to dink it over the top for his captain. But, Brendan Gann is there and takes a touch, but only as far as Sekenis. Sekenis now takes a second touch. Damien Sekenis, beautiful feet there. But, free kick awarded. Bemused looks on the faces of the Marconi players. Jesic and Sekenis. Both not really clear. There was no flag on this near side. It didn't appear to be for an offside. But it matters not. It was a free kick. And now Shaweki. The flag has stayed down. Shaweki is straight through. Ten Quall is there to hold up. Shaweki with the shot. Shaweki with the goal. Richard Shaweki has broken the deadlock here. Not even 10 minutes gone in this first half. And the Seymour Shaw crowd are up on their feet. Beautiful through ball. All the Marconi players looking to the linesman. No flag coming. Ten Quall made great strides, tried to pick up Richard Shaweki, but he took a touch. He kept his composure. And with 9 minutes on the clock, it is Richard Shaweki using his pace. And it is 1-0 to the Sutherland Sharks. They've broken the deadlock early here. And just moments before that, Damien Sekenis, I beg your pardon, showing some beautiful dancing feet just on the edge of the box. But, free kick was given against him. Free kick taken by the Sharks. Defence-splitting pass through the middle for Shaweki. And they have taken the lead. Well, great games always need an early goal, they say. And if this is going to turn into a showdown, that was as close as the AFL showdown last night. That's what the game needs. And now they're coming again. Shiweki looking to get inside. Felt he was fouled there, Shiweki. No free kick, and wasn't able to get back to his feet. He's probably in an offside position there, Shiweki. So we just let the ball drift past him. I beg your pardon. Well, I can report to you it's an absolutely packed crowd here. I'm not sure I've seen a bigger crowd here at Seymour Shaw. We'll just pause for a moment as Jesic picks up the ball. And, he's got not many options in the box there. So pulls the ball up just for a moment. And drops it back inside for Blair. Blair now looking to spread the play. Just behind the back of the referee there. He did really well. And then the shot comes in. Shot comes in! Oh, it's just a fraction away. George Daniel there. Looked up. So he wasn't really being closed down by anyone in the light blue jersey and let fly. And I don't think Daniel Nizic had all of his angles totally covered there. That would have been 1-1. But it just crept the wrong side of the post from a Marconi Stallions point of view. And as I said, I'm not sure I've ever seen a bigger crowd here at Seymour Shaw. The grandstand is absolutely packed. Smithy's bar is packed. Their new Chairman's Lounge facility totally packed. There's decent numbers out on the far side of the field as well. And there's an absolute ton of kids down just on the fence as well. So it was 1,500 people here when I was here last. And it looks to be, well, not quite double the crowd here, but they certainly would have gone past the 2,000 mark here, I would say, which is an absolutely terrific sign for the health of this competition. And also for what a great job the Sutherland Sharks organisation are doing in terms of attracting fans. They're doing a great job. Now, over the top, Shiweki. Is he in again? Shiweki with the lob. Oh, what a goal! What a goal from Richard Shiweki from downtown. He looked up, he saw Joe Wade off his line, and he played the ball beautifully. It dipped just under the bar. Wade, I don't think, thought it was going to go in, and you could see the panic in his eyes as he backpedaled. Richard Shiweki, 12 minutes on the clock. It is 2-0. What a start here to this game. Richard Shiweki from absolutely nothing. The ball just sat up nicely for him. A little glance up. Joe Wade, he wasn't that far off his line, but Richard Shiweki with an absolutely beautiful deft chip over the keeper. Ten Qual was the defender who was in closest proximity again, but couldn't get close enough. And what a start this is for the home side, the Sutherland Sharks. It's brought Peter Sekenis out of the dugout over to the sideline. He's had a little mini conference with Franco Maya. In the middle of midfield as well there, Jack Armstrong. Encouraging his teammates to lift. But what a start this is. 2-0. Not even 15 minutes gone. Dream start here for the home side, the Sutherland Sharks, in front of this bumper crowd. Now, what changes will be made? This high press, I don't think it's actually had any impact on the 2 goals that were scored. It was exactly the same tactic, as I was mentioning, that Sydney FC put into play last week. A high press to try and make the Sutherland Sharks play the ball long with these long balls. I've got them 2 goals already, not even 15 minutes on the clock. Now Shiweki doing battle with Ten Qual again. It's Qual who wins out that time. But ball is still there. Jordi Perez, can he get there? Perez! Just a whisker away from keeping the ball in there was Jordi Perez. I beg your pardon. And they are up for this one, you can tell. Goals change games, as they say. And the intensity from the Sutherland Sharks side is there for all to see. So they're going to have to lift now, Marconi. Remembering, Shiweki, can he come through? Shiweki, oh, what, is he taken out there? He is not. Well, Stephen Lucas appeared to be pointing for a free kick there. And with not even 15 minutes on the clock, that was going to be Richard Shiweki's opportunity for a very, very dramatic hat-trick. But we're now down the other end. And the ball is chipped in there into the box. Not cleared away yet. Pusek battling for the ball. Kukuryu. And eventually it is cleared away. Lockie McDonald got there first. Qual and Shiweki battling again. Perez with the acrobatic ball forward. Only as far as Bernie. But these balls over the top are really paying dividends for the Sutherland Sharks. I did see the Sharks warming up earlier, and he is very, very fleet of foot, I can tell you, Richard Shuecki. From a size point of view, if we're going to keep using our boxing analogies, it is an absolute mismatch against Ten Qual, who looks like a cruiserweight or above. Richard Shuecki definitely looks like a flyweight, but he is a very, very quick flyweight. And he's using his pace to really good effect so far. Now Nizic just pressured there from Sekenis, and he drops it out for Amorangan, who plays a lovely ball down to McDonald. McDonald, he's been caught in possession there. McDonald still battling for it. And Jesic has won the ball now. He's on Busek again. Strong challenge on Busek though. And a lovely flick there from Olsen. Olsen for Shuecki. And Qual, he's staying very, very tight now to Shuecki, as you would imagine. Last touch there off Ten Qual. And out the throw in. Looking to get over the top, but Mlinaric is there. And he wins the ball. But it falls for Afuka. And Afuka plays it out now to this near side for Perez. Perez for Afuka. Afuka back for Perez. Perez there looking to play the ball into space. Kukuyu, he'd made a decent run there, but just a little bit too much on the pass. And there are still fans streaming into the ground now. Every vantage point taken. And the latecomers have missed 2 terrific goals. But I imagine we're going to have ourselves a terrific match now with Marconi. They're going to have to try and get back into it. And can they do that with Busek? Busek cuts back inside. Lovely little back heel there. Crossed in. Blocks away. George Daniel there with the cross. And he's got the ball back again, Daniel. It's Daniel against McDonald. Daniel checks inside. Floats the ball in. Now Nizic comes. Nizic claims just on the edge of the 6-yard box. And Marko Jesic was just hovering there. They've got a second ball on the field. Might be this is one of the factors you don't expect when there's loads of kids at the game. A kid's ball on the field. It's David Perkovic acting as ball boy. Gets it away. Now Nizic. Long again. Qual is there. Shuecki is there. And, so is Joel Wade. And he picks it up. Drops it out for I beg your pardon, for Mlinaric. And Mlinaric finds Qual. Maya coming short for him. Decides against Qual. Decides to play it long for Sekenis into the channel. But way too much on the ball there. And it's drifted out of play. It's about 10 metres short of the corner flag on this near side, the stand side. Here is Seymour Shaw. And Jordi Perez is going to trot back and take this one. Again, we can see Jack Armson there, just encouraging his teammates, wanting a little bit more energy. Also reminding the ref that the Sharks are already delaying just a little bit. And now Busek with a lovely touch. Well, fell from kindly, but he took a beautiful touch there. Kukuyu, 3 players around him, and so he stops and checks and turns and spreads the play beautifully out on that far side where McDonald picks it up. And he's got Maya inside him. Maya, the 2 10s. In close proximity there, Maya. And he drops it back for Van Amorangan, who gets the return ball. And he looks outside for McDonald. McDonald plays it forward. Shuecki's there again. He's full of running a course. And does enough to pressure Mlinaric. Somewhat unforced error there from Mlinaric. Had a bit more time than he thought, I think. But, his touch has just put the ball out of play, out on that far side. And again, taking their time. Looking to find a light blue jersey. McDonald finds Olsen, but trying to do a little bit too much there, McDonald. And now with the throw, and as he left it short, Sekenis is there. Well, Sekenis coming across, putting pressure on Van Amorangan. He did well to get there first. And he finds Gan, and Gan finds Perez. Perez for Afuka. Strong challenge there from Ten Qual. Had to make the challenge, Ten Qual, because Perez had made the run. He got on the other side of Tyrone Burney there. Cole could see the danger, and he got in there quick smart. And Stephen Lucas now just those little double whistles that referees take, just to say, let's hurry this up just a little bit. You're already starting to take a bit more time than I would like. And now Olsen, just a little touch in the back of Cole there, just enough to put him off. Peter Zakenis didn't love that. It's play on. This is Stephen Lucas. And no foul there either, he says. It'll be a throw-in, which Bernie will take. He's got Maya. He's got Zakenis. He's got Blair. Chooses to find Zakenis. Zakenis. Lovely little dink out of there for his captain, Jesic. And the two orange boots come into contact there, the two number 10s. And went to ground relatively easily there, did Franco Maya, but he felt the pressure. Referee in close proximity. And as every good 10 will tell you, a little wry smile there from Franco Maya as he goes past Marco Jesic. I think he knows that the contact was minimum there. But just enough to win the free kick. 21 minutes gone in this first half, so we're almost a quarter of the way through this game. An absolute lightning start from the Sutherland Sharks. 2 goals in the first 12 minutes, both from this man, Richard Sheweki. The second of them, an absolute worldie from the edge of the box, catching Joel Wade off his line. The first of them, a lovely one-on-one where he kept his composure nicely. And they're going to have to lift, and now they are lifting. And the ball is played over the top for Zakenis. Zakenis against Gan. Gan does really well there. Just lets the ball bounce up, pulls off Zakenis. And gets a little touch, but at the expense of a corner. Now, Franco Maya is going to take it. They're sending almost their entire team forward. The entire back four is coming forward. Mlenaric, George, Quall is there. Blair is there. Bernie just on the edge of the box. And the sun is directly into the eyes of goalkeeper Daniel Lizic here. The sun will set in about an hour's time or so, but for the moment it is directly into the face of Daniel Lizic. Now Maya floats the ball in right to the edge of the 6-yard box. Lizic does well. Still not away though. And, ball has been mostly cleared, but right up into the air again. Sheweki contesting with Quall. Sheweki again. And Quall gets a touch. Quall shaping for a shot there. Quall might have pulled the trigger. A little tiny bit of space opened up in front of him for Ten Quall. He's got a couple of goals under his belt already this year, including some terrific goals from range. And, look to drop the pass off there for Damien Zakenis. But a bit too much on it. And out it goes for a goal kick. Nizic to take. Maya again. They're still pressing high. Maya pressing high. Zakenis pressing high. And Zakenis, in fact, just lost concentration there for a moment. Didn't press high. Maya called him forward. But, just did enough to put off those light blue jerseys. And they're coming now again. George and Busek. They've turned it over for Olsen. Olsen evades the first challenge. And can't quite evade the second one because he's fouled. And Stephen Lucas again. Beautifully positioned. Very experienced ref, as I mentioned, Stephen Lucas. He's been perfectly positioned for all the little interactions he's needed to get involved in. Now, ball is floated forward. Sheweki battling again for possession. A little bit of push and shove there, Sheweki. He'd be well advised just to get himself away when you've got 2 goals. And there's not even by the time he scored the 2 goals, only 12 minutes gone. And I think Stephen Lucas is making that same point to him. You're having a great day. You've got 2 great goals. Let's not do anything silly. Just walk away. And again, that is good proactive refereeing. Pointing at himself, Stephen Lucas, and I think saying, leave the refereeing to me. You just get on with the game. Good refereeing again. Now, Wade floats the ball forward. One in the air, Bakakriyu. And contesting again. He's won it a second time, but only as far as Blair. Blair, he's had his pocket picked. And there's Afuka. Afuka playing in for Olsen. He's got a touch. Olsen, can he slip it through for Sheweki? Tries to shoot himself. Shoots. Blocked. Sheweki is there. Well, he had 2 or 3 different choices there, Nicholas Olsen. He had an opportunity to pass. He then had an opportunity to shoot. He then had an opportunity to pass. He chose to shoot. It was a terrific shot. Blocked away well by Joel Wade. And Sheweki was there, looking to pick up the rebound. But Joel Wade just did enough to get it away. And so we'll have a corner, which Franco Maya will take. It is a very, very packed 6-yard box. 8, 9, 10 players all on top of the keeper. And the referee's not going to have that. There was too much pushing and shoving as that corner was about to be taken. And Stephen Lucas has dropped in there. Just have a little word. But, I mean, it's looking less organised than a rugby scrum, so it would be a disservice to rugby scrums to call it a scrum. But there are 5 light blue jerseys and about 7 dark blue jerseys, all on top of each other, about a metre or 2 from the goal line. All trying to stop Joel Wade. I blame Arsenal for this. Now, Franco Maya, one arm up, floats the ball into the edge of the 6-yard box. Keeper calls. Doesn't get it. Olsen, can he get on the edge of the box? Can he get it a second time? Can he get it a third time? It's Franco Maya, of all people, in the middle of it there. Who just gets his toe to the ball. And Tarek Maya, no relation. Out here with this near side. And he's going to leave the throw in for Perez. Perez, with this long throw that they use to reasonable effect. Van Amerongen is there, waiting to get the flick on. It's over his head. Przewski gets the flick. Olsen is there. Can he get a touch? Well, Nick Olsen, he was looking to just control it, I think, off his shoulder there. And, couldn't quite get it under control. And Joel Wade, grateful to pick it up. And he drops it out for Daniel. Daniel for Busek. Busek inside for Jesic. Jesic, majestic in possession. Holds the ball up beautifully. 2 or 3 options there. Drops it off for Milinaric, who finds Cole, who in turn finds Bernie. And Bernie back for Cole. Shueki's there. Shueki's there. He gets a touch, Shueki. But, well, he responds well, Cole, but then he's lost it. And now Shueki again. Driving down on goal. Looks to play the ball inside. At the second attempt, at the third attempt, he's still there. Shueki with the shot. Well, the confidence that 2 goals bring, oozing through every pore there for Richard Shueki. Tank Cole getting a little bit of guidance from Franco Maya as to how to defend. Not known for his defending, Franco Maya, but get a bit tighter appears to be the message. But he's running riot here is Shueki. Looking to curl the ball in here. I called a game at this venue about 2 years ago, and he had an almost identical shot to that. That was saved against Apia Leichhardt, that Kalach saved. One of the best saves I've ever seen at this level. Absolutely tremendous save. And he was trying the same thing again there, Shueki. Just got a little bit too much on it. And didn't quite curl back inside that far post. And so we stay at 2-0. Gan can only find Busek. In turn finds Daniel. Daniel driving forward. But Olsen working hard, getting back there, and not much option but to play it long. Tries to find Shueki, can't find him. The crumbs fall for Blair, who looks to find, well, he looked initially to find Bernie, but Maya works hard to get to the ball, and then he floats it forward with that lovely left foot of his. But, is there some, well, it looked for a moment like it was going to be a composed header back by Lockie MacDonald. But, again, the sun in his eyes was very challenging him for out there in that far side. Daniel Nizic looking to get to it, couldn't quite get there. And somewhat sloppily, Sutherland Sharks have given away a corner. We approach the 30-minute mark, not quite there yet. 29 minutes gone, almost, in this first half. And sloppily conceded corner. Will Marconi make them pay? Corner now, Busek floats it in. Right down there, inside the 6-yard box. Header not quite cleared away fully. Half cleared away now. Busek again floats it into the back post. Over the top for Sekenis, and he rises high. Damien Sekenis. Daniel Nizic not best pleased. The height difference there between Damien Sekenis and Thies van Amerongen, it would be, he would say 4, maybe 5 inches. And somehow Sekenis, fantastic spring in his step, got up above van Amerongen, won the ball in the air. And Daniel Nizic was not best pleased at all with the central defender there. Felt like he should be winning those contests, or at least doing enough to put Sekenis off. But no damage done from a Sutherland Sharks point of view. And Maya wins it in the air. Ball comes again for Armson. Armson looking to find Jesic, can't find him. Perez plays it forward. Now here's Shueki. Yet again, Shueki using his pace. Bernie looks over his shoulder and realises that Shueki's going to beat him for pace. Now, can he beat him for skill? Shueki gets a touch. Only got about a quarter of a touch there. Richard Shueki. And terrific work there from that man. He's coming back. He's got beers for a couple of people. And he ducked quite beautifully under the camera there. So well done to that man, retaking his seat. 30 minutes gone. 2 goals to the good, the home side. In front of a bumper crowd here. 4 p.m. kickoff. Perfect for the Sutherland Shark side. Gann looks to get the ball there in the air. And, just about gets it. Find Perez. Perez forward, but Bernie is there. Bernie takes it forward towards Sekenis. So it's fallen for Armson. Sekenis does get it. But Perez is there again. And just pushed in the back. And there's Marco Jesic just showing his frustration. Banging the ball on the ground. And again, Stephen Lucas. Composed refereeing there. See the yellow cards given for that as well. But Stephen Lucas letting that one slide. But certainly they're getting a little bit frustrated here with this Marconi side. The 2 goals certainly didn't come from pressure. 2 goals that were somewhat standalone. A beautiful through ball for Shueki's first, and then a wonder strike from outside the box. So neither of them really coming from phases of pressure or consistent possession. But now here's Bernie floating the ball in. It's up well as Perchevsky wins the ball. The ball is drifted in and just away and wide. A second chance for George Daniel. And in fact, there was a touch there from Nizic. Not for the first time this afternoon. George Daniel is just seizing on a half chance, driving it in. Sekenis is saying that he's being held in the box. And we have another corner out on that far side. The sun again. Not quite in Daniel Nizic's face this time. He's got his back to the sun. And, the sun will be affecting the defenders as this ball is floated in. 5, 6 Marconi players to choose from. Floated in towards the near post. But Maya is there. Tarek Maya, that is. And he finds Franco Maya, who leaves Bernie a little bit short there with Shueki. Very, very interested in getting involved there. And now the ball is back for Nizic on his weaker foot. But catches it well and gets it away. And the crumbs fall for Blair. And it's been turned over now. Shueki. Not loads of options, Shueki. He drops it off for Afuka and looks to go again, Shueki. And when you've got 2 goals already, you want every single pass coming your way. But Takumi Afuka chooses to find Perez, who in turn finds Olsen. He finds Perez again. Perez going to get around the outside. Pressured really well there by Blair. And Blair gets it away for Brendan Gann. Looking very solid at the back. This decision to drop Brendan Gann into the back 3. Looking to pay dividends. It's Gann, Van Amerongen and Perchevsky are the back 3 today. Gann's experience, Van Amerongen's height, and Perchevsky's composure and possession. Serving the Sharks really well so far. Now, Afuka. Outside for McDonald. He's being encouraged to go forward there by his manager. Ball now, dinked inside. Afuka. Can Afuka get there? Lenaric gets there really well, but just drifted into an offside position there, had Takumi Afuka. And little peace conference going on in the middle of the field. Jesic, not happy about 2 or 3 decisions, nor is Armson. But Stephen Lucas, another little bit of proactive refereeing there, speaking to them both. And Wade now with the chance to play the ball forward from that offside free kick. Plays it towards Jesic, who's contesting in the air against Van Amerongen. But it falls for Busek. And he win himself a corner just to throw in out on that far side. Almost glanced off the corner post. But, it is a throw in almost as close as you can be to that corner flag for Marconi. A little over 10 minutes to go in this first half. They will be desperate to get themselves on the scoreboard and back into this game before half-time. But, not able to find a dark blue jersey there with the touch was Blair. But ball is cleared away, but only as far as 10 Quall. He's got Bernie calling for it. And in this near side, beautiful searching ball. Bernie takes a touch, goes around the outside. Can he get another touch here? Bernie floats in the cross. But, Perez and Bernie having a little chat to each other. Jordy Perez reached out the arm for the handshake there. But, Tyron Bernie not particularly interested in a handshake. And he now makes his way back inside his own half. Nick Olsen just on this near side here in an absolute acre of space. But Lizic chooses to play the ball out to the far side. Shueki looking to contest again, but Quall Majestic in the air, wins it well. And, holding off the light blue jerseys is Daniel. Daniel can't get past McDonald. And it's now Gan. He's got Maya there in front of him as he chooses to go long. Over the top. Was contested there. Lockie McDonald coming there quickly. Couldn't get a touch. And now Busek coming across the middle of the field now. Busek. Mazy run here for Busek. Still going Busek. Tries in the shot. Mazy run there from Busek. A very big shake of the head there from Peter Sakanis down below us. I'm not sure that running across the middle of the field with the ball and then dragging a shot across the face of goal is in the game plan. But, they've got to try something different. They've not really been able to create any clear-cut chances. Haven't been able to break down this back three. And Peter Sakanis is telling Franco Maya in no uncertain terms that when Busek makes a run like that, he has got to come out here onto the wing, make some space. He didn't drag any defenders with him. He didn't give Busek an option. And, Busek then not forced to shoot, but chose to shoot. But there were no options wide. And Peter Sakanis making that very, very clear to Franco Maya. Now his opposite number 7 there is caught in possession. And it's Armson. Armson down that far right, left-hand side. Armson. Can he get past Lockie McDonald? Well, he can't because he's fouled. And McDonald stays down, but another chance for Marconi to come forward. The momentum in these last 10 minutes or so, very much with Marconi. As we said, a win today, which are now long odds, you would have to say, but a win today will put them into first place on the ladder, at least temporarily. Appia Leichhardt and Sydney United playing later today, in fact, and later in the weekend. It will be a comeback for the ages if they can win this game. But comeback start with 1 goal. And that is what they're looking to get here with the free kick out on that far side. Maya shaping to take it. Maya can't get past the wall. And Nizic is there battling with Quall. The flag has gone up there. Was the keeper impeded? So the keeper felt that he was impeded trying to get the ball. But, referee doesn't agree. Referee feels that it was a... Oh, well, in fact, now the referee has changed his mind there. He's just got a little message in his ear, I think, from one of his assistants. And he's saying that, yes, Nizic would have taken that ball comfortably if Tenquall wasn't there. And that Tenquall challenged for the ball illegally. And that is what forced Daniel Nizic backwards. And on balance, you think that was probably the correct decision. Again, showing his experience as a referee, just pausing for a moment, having a little finger to the ear and a conversation with his assistants. And I think getting the decision right. Now Nizic plays it forward. Terrific booming clearance from Nizic. One in the air by Busek against McDonald. But at the expense of a throw-in, which McDonald is looking to take. Shiweki is there, coming short. As is Afuka. Afuka back for McDonald. Again for Shiweki. Little dink down there from Maya. But, can't find a light blue jersey. Just finds the sideline. And so George Daniel will have a throw in to take. But they turned it over quite quickly. Afuka. He's caught a bit of a stray elbow there. That's Takumi Afuka. I don't think anything intended in it, but just an accidental stray elbow. And George Daniel coming across, apologising. We'll have to restart. He's recovered quickly. No need for any magic water for Takumi Afuka. And ball restarts. So the game rather restarts with a drop ball. And now Bernie. Got a bit of space in front of him here, does Tyrone Bernie. But Nick Olsen closes him down really quickly. Olsen does really well there. And there is Maya. Maya gets a touch. And he finds Shiweki. Shiweki driving forward. Looking to return it for Maya. Maya for Olsen. Olsen at the second term. Olsen at the third. Still Olsen, still in possession. He's gone to ground there, Olsen. But, no foul, waved away. Nick Olsen, he might have drifted into an offside position anyway, Nick Olsen, so it might not have counted. But straight back down the other end of the field. Important intervention there from Lockie McDonald, just to slow things down. But Pusek is there, and he finds Sakanis. Sakanis, inside 1, inside 2. Sakanis, still with the ball, tries in the shot. But, no problems for Daniel Nizic. And Shiweki now. Richard Shiweki has stayed down. He's saying that he's okay, just signalling to the sideline that he's okay. Perhaps He's had his foot trod on. Well, if you're okay, get up, says David Berkovich. And now a little bit of attention coming on for Richard Shueki. And so 5 minutes to go in this first half. 5 minutes of regulation to go. Little game summary. Started out, as most games do, very even. Marconi pressing high. Not giving Sutherland Sharks an opportunity to play the ball out low. They were playing the ball long. And one of those long balls was played through for Richard Shueki, one-on-one. He held off Tenquall. And after 9 minutes, deftly played the ball into the back of the net, 1-0. 3 to 4 minutes later, just on the edge of the box, the ball fell to Shueki. A little glance up, he saw that Joel Wade was off his line. He hit the ball and it dipped absolutely beautifully under the crossbar and in. 12 minutes gone, 2-0. Now from then on, the game has been very, very even. Some chances for both sides. Shueki, as you'd expect, looking very, very lively, full of confidence. Perez involved as well. Takumi Afuka looking good. Olsen as well. They're looking pretty solid at the back. That back three with Brendan Gann in there. The experienced Brendan Gann holding together well. A couple of saves for Daniel Isic to make. And a couple of shots from George Daniel. Probably the best that this Marconi side have had to offer. But, on balance, perhaps slightly lucky to be 2-0 up in terms of the way the game has panned out. But they'll be looking to get themselves back into this. And a bit of a needless foul there from Brendan Gann. Pushing the back on Marko Jesic. So on balance, the last 10 or 15 minutes or so, Marconi probably on top on the balance of play. But the only stat that counts is that the Sutherland Sharks, the home side, are leading by 2-0 as we approach the last 5 minutes or so. There'll be a little bit of time added on for stoppages, 1 to 2 minutes, I would say. But this is a decent chance now for Marconi. Maya. With that elegant left foot of his. He's got Jesic to aim at. He's got Armson. He's got Quall. He's got Mlinaric. And here comes Maya. Floated in now towards the penalty spot. Well, it's evaded almost everyone, but it's turned in there with the back post. There is no flag. There is no flag. They were looking for a flag there, but the ball has been turned in at the back post. And it's Mlinaric up from the back. One of those tall timbers that we mentioned who's come forward. And a silly and needless foul. Just waiting for confirmation of the goal scorer. A needless push in the back from Brendan Gann. About 15 metres outside the edge of the box. The ball floated in by Franco Maya. Evaded everybody. But at the back post, Mlinaric was there. And it is 2-1. Game on. On the balance of play, they probably did deserve to only be a goal down. Marconi, I've been the dominant side in terms of possession these last 15 minutes or so. But, a needless foul. And ball floated in, not cleared away. And we'll double touch the goal scorer, but looked like it was number 4, Anton Mlinaric, out on that far side. And now here is Sekenis. Sekenis, is he caught? He is indeed. He's caught there. Just above the ankle and perhaps just below the shin guard. It's Franco Maya, I beg your pardon, Tarek Maya, who went off his feet. And Stephen Lucas, looks like he's considering a card. He is indeed. And I beg your pardon, it's Jamie Perchevsky. It's Jamie Perchevsky who's on the receiving end of that yellow card. And he's arguing his case here, Jamie Perchevsky, for no good reason. He's been pushed away by his teammates. We have our first yellow card of the day. And it is the number 15, Jamie Perchevsky, off his feet. They're not quite hanging on for half-time here, the Sutherland Sharks, but they will be the team happier to hear that half-time whistle. 30 seconds of normal time to go. And it is Franco Maya again with the ball at his feet. And it's Mlinaric again. Just hovering here on the edge of the box, looking to make a late run. Sekenis hovering as well, Mlinaric. Again, the confidence of a goal, and he's going to make a late run here again as Mlinaric. And Maya is going to try and find him again, but Sekenis is there. Oh, Sekenis got to the ball there. The run was being tracked by Jordi Perez. And he got a clear contact on the ball, did Sekenis. And his captain, Marko Jesic, is suggesting that the ball should have been played back into the middle. So confirmation, 2 minutes of additional time. They do look to be running out of steam just a fraction, the Sutherland Sharks, and they will be happy to hear that half-time whistle, which is now 2 minutes away. Van Emerongen plays it forward for Afuka. Bernie is there. Bernie plays it forward for Sekenis. Sekenis, a touch. Back for Maya. Now for Bernie. They're coming forward again in waves. Marconi. Bernie looking to go around the outside. It's a heavy touch from Bernie. Brendan Gam was there. And now Perez. He's beat to the ball by Blair. Maya holds it up. No great options. So does a full 360. And then drops it back out for Bernie. Bernie floats the cross in. Too close to Nizic, is it? Nizic comes. Nizic takes really well. Has a little glance around. Nizic again just hovering, looking to see if he can pick up the ball. If the ball is placed on the ground by Nizic, as it is. But every goalkeeper has learned from that. There was a couple of incidents many, many years ago. Mark Crossley and Andy Dibble, the two goalkeepers who had their pockets picked back in the Premier League many, many years ago. And every goalkeeper has learned since. Just have a little glance over your shoulder. And now Shiweki gets a touch. Back for Perez. Perez running into a bit of a blind alley, Perez, but still going. Oh, beautiful nutmeg in the end there. And, well, Franco Maya, I would say, an almost definitive not there. Tried to do a little rainbow flick of some sort to clear the ball away. And you'd have to say it was quite fortunate that the ball went out of play. But it's at the expense of a throw, and this should probably be the last action of this first half. And it's going to be Jordi Perez with the long throw. He's got Perchevsky calling for it. He's got Van Emerongen also calling for it. Perez now with the long throw. Jordi Perez. And Perchevsky is there. Can he get a touch? Well, the ball is bouncing around in the box. Van Emerongen is still there. He's dropped it out for Takumi Afuka with the shots. And the ball just doesn't quite sit up for Takumi Afuka. And there is the half-time whistle from Stephen Lucas. Well, a very, very entertaining half. The first 15 or 20 minutes, it was all Sutherland Sharks. 2 goals from Richard Shiweki. The second one, a goal of the season contender. But after that, the confidence grew from Marconi. They started playing the ball around well, dominating possession. And somewhat deservedly, you'd have to say, they got themselves a goal on the 42nd minute through Anton Blanaric. And that is how we leave things at the half-time break. It's the home side, the Sutherland Sharks 2, the away side, Marconi Stallions 1.
Are we ready? Good. All you have to do is catch the shot and you get a win, 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 win. Thank you so much, football fans, for coming today. Smithy's Bar, thank you so much for sitting comfortably, having your pina coladas and your champagnes and your beers and everything else. It's wonderful. On the terraces, thank you so much. Coming out and supporting the stands, thank you. It's amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, give our kids, please. Derby United FC. Come on, make some noise for our kids. Yeah! Woo! That's what we're doing. All right, I believe we also have our 8s and under 8s ready to chase the shark while our teams get, look at that, we got a whole bunch of kids now. Mum and Dad have sent all the children out. Get out there. Yep, here they come, over the fence. Anytime you're allowed to jump the fence, let's go. Come on, kids. Kids, you can catch the shark, you can tackle him, here's the mother coming in. You're not 8 years old, what are you doing? Hey! Oh, you're an official. Thanks, Michelle. Michelle, I had you a ring in here, girl. So good, it's so good. Hang on, a couple of them big kids, you're not 8. Ladies and gentlemen, the whole of the Sutherland Shark has lived their kids out on the loose. Oh my God. You can't all be 8 numbers. All right, Michelle, are we ready to go? Kids, just stay behind the line, please. You know, when you listen to the orders at home with your mum and dad, yeah, get behind the line. That's right. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Sutherland Seaboard, the home of the Sutherland Sharks, the Predators, the under-8s and younger, hungry Orcas. Let's eat us some shark. Yeah! Come on, pump up the team. Spinning good? All right, these are the 8 and under, I believe. Under 8. All right. On your mark. Get set. Now go! Let's go! Oh, shoot, my God, what's going on? How about the kid? The baby! What's the baby? Hang on the baby! Pull it down! If you got it, the baby's just going, these kids are nuts. Look at, there you go. Oh my God, it's so good. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe they got the shot. Alright, so we need to know which 8-year-old kid is undergoing, so we give them a prize. As the rest leave the building. And the kid at the penalty box doesn't give a... yeah. Thank you, kids, mom and dad, ladies and gentlemen, please give our kids a round of applause, please. Oh, come on, people, let's make some noise in here. Yeah! Listen, you had 10 minutes without your kids. You should be there excited. Thank you, kids. Thank you, officials. Thank you, Smitty. Make sure you leave the pitch in a kind of orderly fashion. As the dad and the baby leaves, thank you, sir. Go, Dad, go, 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 Dad. While we need to have fun, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget our Sutherland Sharks Foundation has been established to secure a long-term future for football, the Sutherland Sharks, and of course supporting player development. We have a foundation night on Friday the 8th of May at Smitty's Bar upstairs, and we can see here the scoreboard. That is Smitty's Bar. We would love you to join us. And of course our special guests will be our legends, Mark Bosnich and Charlie Yankos, entertainment, and also hosted by television personality and former performer and performer still, I believe, Tristan McManus. Yes, you'll eat good food, you'll have funky drinks, you'll hear a lot of stories, you'll be entertained. The whole idea is to help support the future of the club and football in our community. Please invite you to come along, secure tickets. We have a special period sign on right now. It's a perfect time to secure tickets. Check it out at sharksfc.com.au and Sharks Online show for full details and bookings. This round 13 clash. We're in the halfway stage. It's Sutherland Sharks 2. You just arrived. Marconi 1. The action is heating up in the ballroom. absolutely fantastic turnout tonight. Sharks Betting, Sunday Road, NSW Electrical, Car Air Conditioning, Sports Media Academy, Tatum, Sutherland Sharks, Creative Sounds Landscaping, Abesco Blinds, and awnings. More than that for services, Snap Printing, those kind sponsors. We want to thank you for your ongoing support. It is valued, we love what you do for us, and we do appreciate each and every one of you. As we continue to reach football in the Shire, nights like this should be valued. Have a look. Stands are packed, Smithy's bar is pumping. Stands on the other side have got human beings on it. Thank you so much for coming out. And most of all, families are out, and we appreciate each and every one. Thank you for bringing out your kids. To the number one game in the world, this is the world game, football. And then you see the coming at football Saturday night, the kids playing, mums and dads. Do you remember that? Remember how you used to run and kick the ball just like it? Or not kick the ball just like it? Once again, thank you to our shark churches, and a big thank you to our shark mascot with such events for our kids. Thank you so much for joining in. These guys, thank you for the kids doing that. As we continue, waiting for the second half of action coming up with New South Wales NPL men's 1. It is Sutherland Sharks 2. Marconi Stallions Football Club 1. Saturday night football action continues in a if that wasn't applause, I think you need to just go back and revisit. Ladies and gentlemen, give the kids a big round of applause, please. Come on, somebody. Oh, come on, somebody. move, let's go!
Well, we are almost ready for the second half here at the showdown at Seymour. We've got Keeley on camera, David Feeney here on commentary. Stephen Lucas with the whistle. And we are almost ready for the off. Stephen Lucas says, away we go. And it is Tariq Maya who plays the ball forward. A half of two halves, I think, is the best way to describe the first half here. First quarter of the game, absolutely dominated by the Sharks. 2 goals, plenty of chances, dominated possession. They were riding high, and their confidence was high. But gradually, slowly, bit by bit, the Marconi Stallions drew themselves back into the game, started creating a few chances, started winning a few corners, a few free kicks. And from one of those free kicks, ball played across to the far side. Evaded every defender, but did not evade Mlinaric, who was up from the back. And he poked the ball home, and that leaves us at the start of the second half with a score of 2-1 to the home side. Now, Daniel, looking to drive forward, but last touch there comes off a light blue jersey. Does indeed, and it's Lockie McDonald who got that last touch. And so Marconi, they're going to start this second half with a throw in down directly below Smithy's bar. Just speaking to the general manager of the Sutherland Sharks here. He is delighted with this turnout. This is the biggest crowd they've had so far this year. This 4 o'clock time slot on a Saturday, absolute sweet spot here for people in the Shire. Lots of families here and creating an absolutely terrific atmosphere. And the home side winning, of course, helps with the move. Now, Shiweki, the man most likely, and he's done well there to win himself a throw. Just putting Quinton Blair under pressure. And, Blair got his head to the ball, put the ball out. With his Lockie McDonald now with the throw. Not loads of options for McDonald. Shiweki finally makes a move. Shiweki gets a touch to outside George. George Daniel, that is, just jumped out of the way. Quite clever defending there, and Stephen Lucas having a little laugh with him. Clever defending from George Daniel, just jumping out of the way. No contact really made, and so therefore no free kick. Ball drift out of play. And Joel Wade will get his first touch of this second half. Resplendent in pink, Joel Wade. Marconi now playing from right to left on your screens. And ball evades everybody. And Sekenis gets on it, but he's cut down immediately. And the ball is now played forward for Olsen. Olsen is a very pacey player, Olsen. But I think Usain Bolt would have struggled to keep that one in. And Daniel on the ball again with another throw in. Looking to find his captain. Little ding tether there. When he finds Kukuryu in that 14 jersey. He's had a great game in the middle of midfield there, breaking things up. Just being a fulcrum for passes and return passes. And leaving it for people like Jordi Perez to float it across. Jordi Perez. Is there a last touch there off a Marconi jersey? Well, confidently left there by Lockie McDonald. He felt that there was a touch off a dark blue jersey, and the assistant on this near side absolutely agrees. And so we're going to have a corner now. Nick Olsen to take. They've sent all the tall timber forward. Van Emerongen is there. Pachevsky. Brendan Gang. Kukuryu. Shiweki. Hovering with intent. Now corner floated in. Near post. Headed away really well. And then Busek gets another touch. And then Sekenis looking to get it back for Busek. But McDonald does well. Finds Nizic. Nizic floats it forward. He stayed up. Van Emerongen gets a touch there. And Shiweki is trying to get there. Olsen is trying to get there. But Tenkwall does really, really well. I beg your pardon. Does really, really well there, Tenkwall. Gets a touch. Gets the ball away. If either of those two players Shiweki or Olsen in light blue would have gotten a touch. We would have had a difficult decision for Stephen Lucas to make and a possible penalty. Weather conditions to report here. The wind has just gotten a little bit stronger since half-time. Wind is favouring Olsen as he floats in this corner up to the back post. Joe Wade does well. Comes and calls and collects. And Sekenis complaining that a stray elbow has caught him in the throat. You could hear the complaints from here. So referee will move. Now Maya. Can he replicate what Shiweki did in the first half? Chooses to drop the ball back inside. And gets a return pass again. Maya with that left foot. He's got Jesic calling for it at the back post. Maya chooses to play it in short for Armson. Armson for Bernie. Bernie dinks it up to the back post. Sekenis is up. Can't quite get a touch. Marconi still in possession. Jesic floats it back in. Headed away well there. Sekenis. He's looking extremely dangerous. Every time the ball comes anywhere near him is Damien Sekenis. You can see why he's got those 10 goals already this year. And, they're not really sure what to do. They've tried different tactics. Krachevsky has marked him. Gan has marked him. Van Emerongen has marked him. But, he seems to be able to get away from all of them, Sekenis. And you do feel there's probably a goal in him tonight. 5 minutes gone in this second half. The home side still leading by 2-1. Daniel Nizic taking this kick and again sending it long. Flicked on by Shiweki. Nicholas Olsen not quite able to get there. And the referee is coming across here to have a little conversation with Peter Sekenis. It's quite close to our commentary position. Let's see if we can hear what's going on. And we'll try to do a little bit of lip reading here as Stephen Lucas and Peter Sekenis have a little conference. And again, Stephen Lucas, I think, appears to be saying, I'm the referee, just leave the refereeing to me. And that's the final warning. Again, very proactive ref, the experienced Stephen Lucas, just shutting things down before they get out of control. And another good bit of refereeing there, just calming things down just a little bit in that technical area. And Lenaric there, not really calming things down at all. There was a little bit of a, I would say, half-swinging elbow from Lenaric, and Shiweki is now letting Stephen Lucas know all about it. And he's in the middle of everything. Damien Sekenis now letting Stephen Lucas know that he's not best pleased. And for once, David Perkovic staying silent. Now, throw in comes Lenaric, wins it well in the air. And, Maya is there. And the two Mayas there, battling it out. Maya versus Maya. And in the Maya versus Maya battle, it was Maya who won. Now, ball over the top. Armson takes a touch. Has to hold the ball up, looking to find Sekenis. And the ball just didn't quite sit there for Armson as he came through really nicely. Jack Armson it was. There were a number of Armsons dotted all around the league in both the men's and women's competition. And in fact, their mum works for Football New South Wales as well, Helen Armson. So there's Armsons galore. But on that occasion, Jack Armson not quite able to get the ball under control. And the wind there not really helping him, as I mentioned. The wind has gotten up just a little bit, and you can see the wind carrying the ball there. The wind is very definitely at the back of the Sutherland Sharks in the second half, and that didn't really help Jack Armson. The ball just sat up, unfortunately, from his point of view. And the chance went a begging. Now Maya plays it forward. And Nizic patrolling the edge of his penalty box. And he comes and he takes. And he bowls it out for Perez, who finds a Fuka. It's got Tenqual there, paying close attention. Perez now over the top. Lenaric versus Shiweki. Lenaric is there. Shiweki almost does enough to put him off. And well, in fact, does too much in his attempts to put him off. A little raised elbow there, says Stephen Lucas. And Shiweki pleading his innocence as David Perkovic gets all of the substitutes up and over. And they're being warmed up now down on that far right-hand side. And so Joe Wade now with the free kick. Again, you can see the ball just being held up in the air there, and Van Emerongen. And the ball is being held up. The tall man is always the favourite to win it. Olsen takes it from Busek, drops it off. Now played into space here. McDonald. Will I go? Will I stay? Olsen is there. Olsen gets a touch. But Lenaric comes across really well. McDonald might have gone for the ball there, but just looked up and said, I'll leave it for the more experienced man, who was Nick Olsen. Olsen dinks the ball in. Lenaric with the header. Away. And finds Jesic for Daniel. Olsen is there yet again. And then flicks the ball back inside for Kukuryu. Is he pushed in the back, Kukuryu? Is there a handball? I think both of those things happened. So there's a little push in the back on Yuto Kukuryu. And the ball then came up off his hand. So Stephen Lucas forced to make a decision there. And decides that he's going toward a free kick now in an almost identical position to where in the first half Franco Maya floated in a beautiful free kick which brought about Marconi's goal. They will be looking to repeat the trick, and it is the other Maya, Tarek Maya this time, who is looking to emulate his namesake. So Olsen with the left foot, Maya with the right, Joel Wade just inside his 6-yard box, and it's Olsen who takes with the left foot, floats it up to the back post. Van Emerongen is there and he wins it. But just half header there, I would say. Didn't really get a full contact. And the ball just floats into the arms of Wade, who bowls it out, and the ball is turned over almost immediately. And, Daniel Lizic, happy to see the ball go out of play there. 10 minutes gone in this second half. And, he'll be looking to run a few seconds off the clock already, you'd imagine. Daniel Lizic trotting back across. It's a bit early to come across to the other side of the 6-yard box. Well, no, it's not a bit early. He's going to do it. Across he comes now to this near side. And again, the constant chatter between Marko Jesic and Stephen Lucas continues. Now, Lizic with the goal kick. Plays it into the Marconi half, where Tenquall wins it well in the air. And now Peter Sekenis recovers the ball well, quickly drops it for Busek, but Busek leaves it behind for Daniel. They turned it over again, and it's Maya. And, he's turned it over. This has happened a number of times. The two Mayas come into contact with each other. And now Bernie and Perez. Checks back inside nicely, Bernie. And then decides to go around the outside a second time. Perez is there. Bernie is there. There's a little push. There is a little push in the back there from Perez. Another foul on Bernie. They have given away quite a few free kicks that, in tennis parlance, you'd have to describe as unforced errors. And now it's Maya setting up for this free kick, adjusting the socks, waiting for his teammates to get in position. Quall is there, Mlinaric is there, Armson, Jesic, Blair, Busek. Well, Busek is completely unmarked right on the edge of the box, but Maya drives it in low, headed away, only as far as Bernie. And just on the half volley there, Tyrone Bernie. He was in a very, very interesting position, was Mate Busek. Just outside the small D on the edge of the box. There was absolutely nobody near him. I don't think Franco Maya had seen him, but there was an opportunity for Maya to dink the ball across. Busek was trying to not draw any attention to himself, and I think if he'd have put his arms up, he would have drawn a bit of attention to himself. But Maya didn't see him, and he drove the corner in low, and away it went for a goal kick, which Nizic will take. And there is Maya again, winning the ball in the air. Only as far as Perez. Got a little space here, Perez. Still tuck it back inside for Afuka. Can't quite find it. And it comes now for Tariq Maya. For Van Emerongen, who finds McDonald. Side for Olsen. A brilliant touch from Olsen around Mlinaric. He was second favourite there, but he won it anyway. Drops it back inside for Kukuryu. Kukuryu holds it up. Turns back for Maya. Maya dinks it around to the back post, but Bernie is there. Tyrone Bernie. Lovely calm defending, just takes the ball on his chest, controls it back for Joel Wade, who plays it long, but won by Gan. Only as far as Maya. Maya drops it short. Now over the top, Sekenis showing great pace, Sekenis. Brendan Gan working back, just does enough. Maya there supporting him. Felt like he was fouled there, Sekenis, and then of course, as always happens, 5 seconds later a free kick is given, and you can see the frustration from Peter Sekenis. Their star man up front. His son looked to have been fouled. Referee looked to have played an advantage. No advantage was forthcoming. The free kick then not given. The ball turned over. And then, of course, as happens 9 times out of 10, little challenge there. A tap of the ankle, Sutherland Sharks player goes to ground. And, of course, the free kick awarded the other way. He's doing well to maintain his composure as Peter Sutherland. Doesn't feel like any of the decisions are going his way so far, as he prowls the technical area down here below us. Almost up to the hour mark. Still 2-1, same score we had at half time. But certainly a much cagier affair in this second half. The wind and the conditions, I think, changing things just a little bit. Again, you can feel the wind just getting up a little bit more. And, as we said, favouring Sutherland Sharks. Have they won themselves a corner there? No, they have not. Sutherland and Perkovic having a little chat down here below. I don't think eyes on the field. But the 50-50s are going their way. And there's a real clear indication of the wind there. Joel Wade caught that ball nicely, but it held up. And that gave the Sutherland Sharks defence a chance to attack the ball. But they've turned it over. And here's Daniel. And Sutherland. Turns well, Sutherland. Don't get a return pass there, Damien Sutherland, but can't get any change out of that defence. And now here comes Shaweki. Joel Wade comes out. Wade, it's gone over his head. Wade, well, a little blocking run there from Joel Wade, trying to put Shaweki off, nowhere near the ball. Sharks fans calling for a free kick, but none forthcoming. And now, Vanessa Morongan for Takumi Afuka. He's got himself back into his goal. And again, you can see the wind there. The wind just caught the ball. Bounced up off the turf, sailed over the head of Joel Wade. And Shaweki looking to complete that hat-trick. Wasn't quite able to get to it, and Ten Quall was there with the defending, and he is again here, Quall. And he lets it run back for Wade, who bowls it back out for Quall. Just Shaweki pressing high, and so Quall plays it long for Jesic. Jesic against Gan. Jesic drops the ball back inside beautifully for Bernie. Bernie's inside the box, Bernie. But a great challenge there from Jamie Perchevsky, and he's delighted with that challenge. Pumps the fist after he makes that challenge. Just gives away a throw in, which Jesic will take. He's got Cole to aim at. He's got Bernie to aim at. Busek hovering with intent, and there's Bernie. Bernie doesn't quite get a touch, and it's away. Maya takes it, shoots it. Oh, tremendous finish! An absolutely tremendous finish. The elegant left foot there of Franco Maya. Points up to the camera. He's delighted with that goal. Points to his coach. What a fantastic left-footed drive there. 61 minutes gone, and they've got themselves right back into this game. And it is Franco Maya. 2 goals apiece. Vamos, muchachos, he is saying. Franco Maya, the Uruguayan maestro, points to the sky. He caught that one beautifully. Well, we've had 2 tremendous goals here tonight. One in the first half from Richard Shaweki, which made the score 2-0, 12 minutes into the game. And now 61 minutes into the game, Franco Maya with an absolutely beautiful left-footed shot, leaving Daniel Nizic with absolutely no chance. 2 goals apiece. The showdown, we said it at the start, there was a terrific game in the AFL last night. The showdown, they call it. The 2 Adelaide sides playing each other, decided by just 1 point. And we felt that this was going to be a showdown at Seymour. And now they come again. Busek, it's 2-2. Can they make it 3-2? Busek. Going to go around the outside, but a terrific challenge there from Vanessa Morongan. What will the 2 respective coaches do? Peter Sutherland has just dropped back down into his dugout there to have a little conference. And David Perkovic, I think, is looking to make the changes. He appears to be calling for Ty McGowan. That change will certainly not be made before this corner is taken. Here comes the corner for Busek. Floats it into the near post. And it's headed away well by Maya. Now Shaweki gets a touch. Shaweki. And felt like there was a challenge off the ball there from Maya. A very guilty look on the face of Franco Maya as he looks across. But, I think he got away with one there. Shaweki definitely got to the ball first. Maya absolutely nowhere near it. A little push while he was in the air. Shaweki not able to regain his feet. But they've got to show for it. There's a throw in, which McDonald is going to take. And back he goes, says Stephen Lucas. Now, throw in here for Shaweki. Shaweki going to get round the outside. a bit of a argy-bargy, as they say there, over who's going to get this throw in, but eventually the throw in is awarded to Marconi. And it's taken. Now looking to find Sikenis. Ball drifting over the top. Tenkwall is there. Takumi Afuka is there. Afuka looking to get the ball. The keeper is staying on his line. Oh my goodness me, the keeper. Really should have come out for that, shouldn't he? Well, that's certainly what Tenkwall thinks. And Joe Wade, not in complete agreement with Tenkwall. Mlinaric is telling the keeper he should be coming for it. It seemed to just be slow motion there for a minute. Takumi Afuka battling for possession with Tenkwall, the goalkeeper. Seemed frozen inside his 6-yard box. He didn't want to come. Quall couldn't get a touch. Takumi Afuka couldn't get around. The very sizable presence of Tenkwall. It's all ended with a free kick for a jersey tug to Marconi. We are in for a terrific last 20 minutes. 25 minutes, in fact. I've undersold it. 65 minutes gone. 25 minutes to go here at Seymour Shaw. Will we get a winner? A goal for Marconi sends them top. A goal for the Sutherland Sharks puts them right back up into contention for that single Australian Championship place. They're battling out. Well, great takeout on that far side there from that man in the crowd. That really, in reality, is what the Sutherland Sharks team are battling for now. That competition against Rockdale, against St George, against Spirit. You would say for that additional Australian Championship spot. Daniel now floats the ball in. Cleared away well by Van Emmerongen. Dink back in again. McDonald. Well, he thought about leaving it. He thought about getting it. He thought about leaving it. And then he cleared it out. And the young man has got the ball and he's run back into the stands. I think he thinks he gets to keep the ball there. I think he does think he gets to keep the ball. But this isn't baseball, young man. You've got to throw the ball back, I'm afraid. But he's running over. I think he's showing his granddad or his dad the ball. And I think he's going to throw it back now. But lovely scenes here. It's a great family atmosphere here at Seymour Shaw. And now Maya again with the shot. Great block by Nizic. And he's back to his feet quickly, Nizic, with another chance there for Maya to show his skills. That elegant left foot of his. Drives in the shot low. But, Nizic does really well. Gets down low, blocks it, gets back to his feet quickly. But, Marconi really in the ascendancy here. They're not really holding up possession much. Not giving their defenders a chance to rest. Sutherland Sharks, they've got to get their foot in the ball and get some possession. Now, Sikenis for Jesic. As he fouled there, well, he's caught. He was looking to pull the trigger there. And he was just caught just the back of the ankle, the back of the calf perhaps. And there is going to be a free kick now in a very, very dangerous position. He's back on his feet quickly. And we are going to have a free kick in a very dangerous position. There are a gaggle of Marconi players standing over the ball. Jesic is interested. Cole is interested. Maya is interested. I think Quinton Blair was half interested, but he's moving away. And so Maya now, the confidence that a goal brings, he definitely wants to take this one with that left foot of his. A little bit of a whispering campaign there with Jesic. So will it be Jesic with the right? Will it be Maya with the left? Will it be Cole? Cole leaves it for Jesic. Jesic! And it's just battered away. Well, it seemed to go through the wall there almost. And it bounced up awkwardly for Daniel Lizic. And he's holding his shoulder here is Daniel Lizic. And this is not looking very promising. From a Sutherland Sharks point of view, the ball seemed to go well, either through the wall or somewhat over the shoulder of one of the players in the wall. Bounced up awkwardly. Daniel Lizic saw it late. Had to reposition himself and somewhat awkwardly bat the ball away. And in doing so, he appears to have hurt his shoulder. But looks like he's okay to continue. And there's that jersey situation that we mentioned in the first half. He's in there right in the middle. He's a tall man. And he's relatively easy to pick out. But his jersey colour is virtually identical to all those Marconi players who are gathered around him. And they're going to go with this tactic again as they did in the first half. 4, 5, 6 players right inside that 6-yard box. Looking to make things difficult for Daniel Lizic. And still waiting. Still a little bit of push and shove going on in that 6-yard box. But Stephen Lucas is keeping a very, very close eye on it. And now here comes the corner. Busek to take it. Floats it in. Underneath Nizic. But, he takes it really well, Daniel Nizic. He was underneath his crossbar there. And he takes it well, and he looks up, and he's got virtually nobody to bowl the ball out to. And confirmation, yes, down below us, Ty McGowan in the 22 jersey is going to be making his way on. He's a very, very lively attacker, is Ty McGowan. And he is going to be making his way on. They've lost their way just a fraction here, the Sharks. Shiweki and Afuka both came short. And McDonald played the ball into the channel with two players coming short. Now, back inside. Jesic drops it back for Busek. Afuka working hard. Finds his Japanese compatriot there. And he is fouled, and that will likely give them a chance to make that substitution. David Perkovic, keep talking, he says. Keep talking. It's encouraging Yuta Kukuryu to be a little bit more vocal. So I know they're going to pause for a moment and not make that change by the looks of things. And played forward. Just to a dark blue jersey. And now Maya looks to go around Kukuryu. And has his ankles tapped. And then Kukuryu was perhaps going to be on the receiving end of a yellow card there. But fortunately enough for him. And the substitution is going to happen. And it's Shiweki who's going to make his way off. And so it is 2-goal hero Richard Shiweki. He, of course, as every player who gets 2 goals in a game, really would love to have stayed on to get that third goal. But he had worked his absolute socks off. And so he makes way for the very energetic Ty McGowan in the 22 jersey. And he will be up front, you would imagine. Now Kukuryu again. Is he caught there? Well, they're still battling for possession. And, well, no foul there. And then Kukuryu grabbed the ball with his hands. And so another free kick is given in a dangerous area. That's the 4th or 5th time now tonight. But perhaps an unnecessary free kick has been given away in and around the Sutherland Sharks box. And it's Maya again with that left foot of his that has been majestic tonight. Both in possession and when bearing down on goal. And he's looking to take this free kick, as he always does, adjust the socks. He's got Armson, he's got Quall, he's got Sekenis. And he's got Mlinaric there saying to Sekenis, don't get in my way, because I'm coming through here late at the back post. Now Maya with one hand up. Mlinaric, he's gone early. Mlinaric, Quall is there, and Quall has scored. Quall has scored. They're 3-2 in the lead. Another free kick has told. And from 2 goals down, they have come right back into this. Tang Quall, 72 minutes on the clock. It is 3 goals to 2. They have come back. It is a comeback for the ages. We said it just before half-time. If they can get themselves a goal before half-time, the comeback is on. It's certainly not complete yet, but they've got themselves into the lead. Another free kick given away. Tang Quall on the end of a beautifully floated-in cross from Maya. That is a goal and 2 assists now by my reckoning for Franco Maya. What a performance from him. And a very, very deflated Seymour Shaw crowd here has seen the home side give up a 2-goal advantage. We've got just over 15 minutes to go here. David Perkovic not best pleased with those defenders. Feels they should be attacking the ball more. There were signs in the first half. Van Amerongen not attacking the ball. Sekenis winning the ball in the air. And a few harsh words from Nizic for his defenders on occasion, but they have not learned from that lesson. But there is still time left in this game. Plenty of time left, in fact, for Maya. Again, just a little bit disjointed as they're trying to build a little bit of possession. Back for Gan, and here is Maya pressing Nizic. And Nizic plays it long. Quall calls for it, wins it. Looking to find his captain, and he's there, Jesic. He can't control it. And it's dropped back inside for Maya. Maya, does he lose possession there? Kukuryu saves him, and a second time. And they're looking to build a little bit of possession here and a bit of territory. And now they've got a chance to come forward. 2 players in the box. The ball is dropped short there. When it crossed into the box, perhaps looked the better option. And it's Bernie. And he plays it long for Sekenis. They've scored 3, and Sekenis hasn't got any of them. That certainly would have been paying long odds before kick-off tonight. Now, Olsen for McDonald. Can they make it 3-3? The reverse comeback. Van Emmerongen drops it short for McGowan. McGowan for McDonald. McDonald back for Emmerongen. Kukuyu calling for it. It's a heavy pass, though. Van Emmerongen just zipped it in there. And now over the top, Sekenis. He's got the pace, Sekenis, to get around Perchevsky. A little bit too much on the pass, and Nizic comes out and takes it well. Finds Perchevsky again, who finds Maya. Has a glance up in front of him. He's got a little bit of space, but had too much space and too much time perhaps, and he turns it over. And a beautiful turn there again for Maya. Checks the ball forward for Jesic. Late flag there, Jesic. One of those ones that he was forward and then came back. But he was in an offside position when the ball was played, of course. That's the key part of the rule. And a chance to catch your breath. 75 minutes gone now in this game. From 2 goals down to 3-2 up. And the talisman, he stayed down here as Maya. A goal and 2 assists and a couple of other terrific chances for Maya. He's been in everything. Defended well as well. Won a couple of headers. Hasn't got himself booked though. So if he wants to complete the full run of stats, he's ready to get himself booked. And now Gan looking to find Olsen. Finds him. Olsen gets a touch. And then Arich is there. Olsen, beautiful ball over the top. Afuka. Can he get a touch there, Afuka? Looking to get around Bernie. Ball floating up towards the edge of the box. Nobody really wants to attack it. Eventually Armson gets there. And Armson for Maya. And certainly was a push in the back. I don't think he was quite as forceful as Maya made it out to be, but there certainly was a push in the back there from Brendan Gann. And the free kick has been awarded. They've still got the wind at their back as well, Sutherland Sharks. They haven't really used that to great effect. And David Perkovic just having a little joke with our 4th official, Ryan Hinteregger, down here below. One of those situations, it definitely was a foul, but if there was flopping as a yellow card offence, I think Franco Maya would have been in trouble there. Now, Gann just does well, holds off Sekenis, and then just drops the header back for Nizic, who bowls it out now for McDonald. Busek closing him quickly. McDonald has to check back inside because Busek has checked his run, and he finds Van Emmerongen for Maya. Tarek Maya, that is. Gann. They've had much more possession now since that 3rd Marconi goal. Marconi have really sat back just a little bit and allowed the Sutherland Sharks side to have a bit more possession, certainly than they had before the goal. And they've in fact got 10 players behind the ball now, do Marconi. Perhaps looking to hold out for this final, you'd imagine, with a bit of injury time, 15 minutes or so. Van Emmerongen. To McDonald. Well, the deflection doesn't really benefit him. And does it come off him a second time? It does indeed. The ball was drifting out there. Lockie McDonald, fortunate deflection from his perspective. Excellent little bit of play there from Daniel. Continued to battle for the ball, and he's won himself a throw in on this near side. And he's going to throw it past his captain for Maya, but Maya's header just falls for Armson. Armson sees Bernie, finds Bernie in space. Lots of space now for Bernie to run into. Perez is there to check his run. Bernie around the outside. Bernie driving into the box. Bernie drives it in low. Ganna's got it. Looks to get it away. Can't get it all the way away. And now Bernie has got it again. A little bit of dancing feet. Holds it up. Drops back. Little turn. But, lost possession. In a not fantastic area to lose possession. But, the ball is turned over yet again. And all rules and decorum seem to be going out the window here. And certainly systems. But there is a foul now directly in front of the referee. And Armson, I think, once he turns around, he's pretending to not know. And then, yes, as soon as he turns around, the deserved yellow card there. And Jack Armson goes into the referee's notebook. Just stopping a promising tackle from Develop. But just before there, yeah, the systems of both teams, their structures, just going out the window just a fraction for a couple of minutes. And play really opening up. Sharks pressing on, as they are now with McGowan. Looking to get in behind Quall. McGowan Can he get a touch? Can he get a corner? Well, he does really well there time again when the ball was over the top. 10 Qual looked favoured to get to it. McGowan just using his pace, nipped it in front, and he's won himself a corner. And this is how Marconi got themselves back into the game, working hard, not trying to create half chances, just trying to create free kicks or corners. And corner has been won now by the Sharks, and they're trying the same tactic. A gaggle of players right on top of the goalkeeper, and Stephen Lucas again not really liking what he's seeing. And he's gone in there and he's speaking to a few players. Perchevsky is getting a bit of a dressing down, as is Joel Wade. But an absolute gaggle of players right in, not even touching the edge of the 6-yard box, but they're 3/4 of the way into the 6-yard box, right on the goal line. And Stephen Lucas has got a job to decipher what's going to happen here. Corner, floated in, Wade comes. Wade punches. Now Olsen, can he get a touch on it, Olsen? Busek just does enough to put him off. McDonald is there, nods it back. If Busek gets a touch here, he's in. Well, Perez knew that and had to win it. Lenaric rises high. There was a little bit of time and space there for Armstrong if he wanted to take a touch, but chose to try and play the ball forward. And there is another free, and there is another yellow card. And it's Kennis this time on the receiving end of the yellow cards. As I mentioned, the structure has just gone out of this game somewhat. 10 minutes or so to go. The Sharks pushing on. Marconi sitting back just a little bit. And, perhaps some more changes coming. David Perkovic looks like he's readying another player down below me. It looks like the number 30, Julian Fidele. But we'll bring you confirmation of that in just a moment or two. Now, Vane Morongan, Perchevsky, Gan. Oh, looking to get on the end of this free kick. And it's Olsen who floats it into the back post. Wade comes. Wade punches. Gets back on his line. Is there a chance to float the ball in again? The ball is floated back in again. And it's headed out again. And it's floated in again. Is there a foul there? No foul given. McDonald felt like he was impeded. And George is there. And he gets it away for Jesic. Jesic turns around Vane Morongan and draws the free kick absolutely beautifully there. Super experienced. Takes a touch. Adjusts his body position. Feels the contact. And wins himself the free kick. So double substitution coming up here. One for each side. And Sunday Yona. He's making his way on, but it's also Fidele. So Sunday Yona in 17. Making his way on for Marconi. And it is Franco Maya who makes his way off. And confirming it is indeed the number 30, Julian Fidele, who is making his way on in the number 30 jersey. Now, I've seen him playing a couple of times in the under-20s, and he is lightning. Fidele, he's got himself a goal already this season, and David Perkovic is a big fan. Can he be the person who gets them back into this game? Well, they've got a bit of defending to do before that happens as the clock runs down. Bernie out on that far side. Battling away for the ball, Bernie. Is a little push in the back there. There is indeed. And so it's Maya off and Sunday Yona on in the 17 jersey. And we'll bring you confirmation of who has made their way off for the Sutherland Sharks. Nizic booms the ball forward, up over halfway. One well in the air by Armson, but the ball is played back again. And it's Quinton Blair who gets a touch, but out it goes for a throw-in as the entire Marconi bench are sent up to warm up by Peter Sekenis. Now Yona, as you would expect, has gone up front. Indeed he has. And good management there as well. Yona is very, very quick. And here he is looking to get on the ball. But McDonald does really well. And finds Olsen. Olsen turning a second time. But, when he finds Armson, and Olsen comes across. Referee plays the advantage here. Sekenis has still got the ball. Good advantage there played by the referee. Well, he played a very long advantage there, in fact, to the referee. As Damien Sekenis came forward. And is he bringing it back for the free kick to Marconi? A little bit of uncertainty here. He is indeed, but he played a very long advantage there. did Stephen Lucas. And the home side are not best pleased with that. They felt that the advantage was over. Damien Sekenis then himself committed a foul. So the referee blew his whistle, brought proceedings to a halt, and then brought it back for the original incident. And the home side not best pleased with that. I'm just confirming, the crowd here has not thinned one bit. It's very much a family crowd. The crowd has not thinned one bit. If anything, it's gotten bigger here. Terrific bumper crowd here. And they would love nothing more than to see an equalising goal. And, Marconi feel differently. They're looking to add a fourth as the ball is floated in there, but headed away. And comes that shot charged down. Is there a handball there? Well, Irish certainly felt like there was a handball there. It was very, very close. That defender in light blue, Jamie Perchevsky it was. He's already on a yellow card, Perchevsky. He blocked the ball down well. Those Marconi players in closest proximity certainly felt that the ball had struck a hand. But Stephen Lucas unmoved. And so on we go. Busek. Looking to find Bernie. Bernie can't retain possession, so the ball is turned over. 5 minutes or so of regular time to go. Just under that, in fact. Sutherland Sharks from 2 up to 3 down. They will be desperate to get themselves an equalising goal here and to turn around this little dip of form that they've had. They lost to Wollongong. Had they beaten Wollongong a week or so ago, they would have gone into 4th place on the ladder. They lost that game. They've since drawn with Sydney FC's academy side. They've lost in the Australia Cup, and they've given away a 2-goal lead here. So a little bit of a dip in form here after several wins in a row before that. And they will be desperately looking to get themselves a late equalising goal. And no better man here than Olsen, who finds McGowan. McGowan finds Olsen again. Olsen digs the ball across, headed forward. It's still there in the box. It's still there in the box, hooked backwards by a Marconi player. But the ball is picked up there by Joel Wade. Well, Nicholas Olsen is determined to get them back into this game, driving forward. Terrific run, dropping the ball back inside, looking to get the return pass. McGowan involved as well, but they couldn't quite create the chance that would bring them back into this game as Wade plays the ball long. Perchevsky, just a glancing header, back to his keeper. They're pressing high again. Sekenis is pressing high, as is Jesic. The ball is rolled out now by Nizic, urging his teammates forward. Nizic plays it long. McGowan looking to get on the end of it. Call is there. Can't get it too far away. He finds Kikuyu only. Now Perez out on that far side. He's got Busek there with him, Perez. Bernie there as well. Beautiful little back heel. Fidele not quite reading the tea leaves there. Marconi have cleared and they've given the ball away straight away. Now Yoda driving forward, looking to get on the end of it there. Ball is played in for Gan, and Gan, but he's pushed himself right forward here, Brendan Gan, in an effort to force this equaliser. Just a bit too much on it there. And Olsen has come across to the sideline here, looking for a bit of magic spray. He's got a little bit of a problem with his left foot there, just around the tongue of his boot. But, a little bit of magic spray has done the trick. And he's back into the action. Now, Wade plays it long. Sekenis, there's a little push there. No push. And he's still in possession, Sekenis. As we mentioned, hasn't scored tonight. And he drops it off for his strike partner, Yona. Yona driving in towards the box. Back for Sekenis. Blocked away. Yona still there. Can he pull the trigger? Well, no. He can't pull the trigger because there's been a foul. Sekenis again pleading his cause. But, getting up somewhat gingerly is Jamie Perchevsky, which you can just see the electric pace there of Yona down this near side when he was released by Sekenis. And just showing the strength in depth of this Marconi team, that a player of Sunday Yona's calibre cannot make it into the starting side. Now Olsen can't quite control the ball there. It was only a 40-60 at best in terms of controlling it, but the ball just came up off the turf in a not very favourable manner, and Mlynarich leaves it. And he leaves it for Daniel. And Daniel, well, a high foot there from Daniel. But, catches Lockie McDonald. But, they're not standing on ceremony here, the Sharks. Only about a minute of normal time to go here. And they are going to push almost everyone forward here. Well, Nizic is saying that he's going to take it. And he's sending Van Emerangen forward. And that seems to make practical sense. With less than a minute on the clock. He loves going forward, Nizic. Whenever it's a close game like this, he always asks his manager, David Perkovic, can I go forward? But he himself is going to take this free kick. And he floats it in. Just finds Olsen. Olsen controls the ball. And he's got to go round the outside. Olsen here. I get the cross in. It's a great cross. Still there on the edge of the box. McDonald takes a touch, finds Gan. Gan gets the cross in low. Jesic is there, sweeps the ball away. Now here is Jona. Jona with pace and support. Jona, he's got Sekenis outside him. Jona drops it off for Sekenis. Sekenis back for Jona. Jona with the shot. Well, it's blocked, half blocked away in fact. He's still there. Jona crosses it in. Flicked away, Sekenis! Damien Sekenis puts the icing on the cake. We enter the 90th minute. And it is now 4-2. Damien Sekenis with a dagger to the heart of the Sutherland Sharks side. They led by 2-0 as late as the 42nd minute. Mlinaric got a goal just after that, which made it 2-1 at half-time. And in this second half, it has been, you have to say, all Marconi. Nizic not best pleased. There's an accusing finger there from Daniel Nizic. He is not pleased to give away 4 goals tonight. But a champion's performance here from the Marconi Stallions. They've come from 2 down. Goals from Mlinaric, Maya, Quall and Sekenis. He did have a goal in him, Damien Sekenis. It was the only thing he hadn't done all night. And his 11th goal of the season will send the Marconi Stallions top of the ladder. At least for a couple of hours. Before the other matches that are played tonight. Appia Leichhardt, in fact, are playing right now. And, we can just take a moment to check the scores. Well, that's 1-0 at the moment. Appia, the SC Raiders, are 1-1, I beg your pardon. There's a chance there. It's not over yet from a Sutherland Sharks fans' point of view. They're still cheering on their Sutherland Sharks. But, SC Raiders currently level 1-1 against Appia. And so if the scores stay like that, close the business tonight, the Marconi Stallions would be top of the league. But Joel Wade is not thinking about that. He's just thinking about keeping out a dangerous corner. And he flicks the ball away as we reach the last couple of minutes now of added time. Perez floats it in. Ball is cleared away by Mlinaric for Fidele. Mlinaric. Gan gets there well. And then Quall. And now Fidele. Well, it's a bit of a mismatch here. And Quall, again, using his experience, feels an arm or two in the back, and down he goes. Well, the size mismatch there between Ten Quall and Julian Fidele. It would take a lot for Quall to go down, and Stephen Lucas is right across there. He knows full well that Ten Quall is not injured, and Ten Quall, a bit of theatrics there. I think half pretending he's got a bit of cramp, but he's back up on his feet. A little rub of the leg, a little hop, skip and a jump, and miracle recovery. Now, ball one in the air. Oh, there's a little flash of heads there. Sekenis and McDonald. Sekenis is grabbing the back of his neck there. And, is there a suggestion that there was an elbow or perhaps just a little accidental clash of heads? But his captain comes across and says, up you get now. There's not too many minutes to go. Let's just wind down the clock here, and we will have ourselves a tremendous 4-2 victory. And Sekenis is going to bring the ball down now, right into that corner flag. Lovely little piece of skill. Has he won himself a corner? He's not. Well, he felt he'd won a corner there, Sekenis. He felt the last touch was off Lockie McDonald. But, Stephen Lucas says no. Last touch is off Sekenis, who has scored that 4th goal. Nizic now looking to get themselves what would surely just be a consolation goal. But, Sekenis looking to add to his tally. And now here is Armstrong going to get on the ball again. But Gan is there first. And he finds Maya. And Maya checks back inside nicely. Looking to play the ball through. For the substitute Fidele. But there is the final whistle. Boos ring out here around Seymour Shaw, but there is some big applause from the Marconi fans. They're up as well. A champion's performance here from the Marconi Stallions. 2-0 down. Richard Shuecki with goals in the 9th and 12th minutes. They got themselves back into it in the 42nd minute with Anthony Minarich, and then in the second half, goals from Maya, Tenkwall and Peter Sekenis leaves us with a full-time score here at Seymour Shaw. The home side, the Sutherland Sharks 2, the away side, the Marconi Stallions 4. And this is David Feeney signing off. We'll see you next time at the football.
Rejoice, whatever. Thank you so much for coming out. We'll get to see you again real soon. Come down and keep down the wind, all out, put out sponsors. Thank you once again. Parking the brand, deploy the brand property, build up equipment. Noble, Deval, Electrical Services, Fisker, Bronze, Orange, Spanish, thank you. Sports Street, Gavin, Car, Air Conditioning, NSW, Electrical, Sutherland Road. Sharp Spending, Protective City, Smile, Orthodox Design. Lira, 229, AGS Structure, Alfred Tech Haulage, and RWC Southern Shine. Big Facilities, thank you to RAP, with our brand SBR Projects, Joint Construction, SKG, and Mostly Cleaning Services, and of course, Cutting Edge Insurance. Have a good night again. Introduce the Sutherland Foundation that's coming up, a special guest, of course, Mark Bosnich and Charlie Yanko's. There was that. You can get your tickets today.